You want to introduce yourself to the viewers?
Which camera do I look at?
This one right here.
All right. The name's Cambiyo, artist, mainly rap, but I like to consider myself an entertainer.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I'm excited for you to be here, mainly because I don't know if you know this. This is our first time ever like speaking one-on-one.
It was funny, yeah, cause I remember I forgot what class it was. It was like legal studies or something like that. I forgot what building it was, but I'd always walk by and I'd always be like, "Who is this man? Is he looking at me? Like, am I crazy?" And then one day you stop me. You're like, "Do you know Josh?" And I was like, "Josh, that's my homeboy."
Yeah,
like,
Martin.
Josh and Martin, exactly. So I was like, of course I know them. So ever since then, I was like, it makes way more sense now.
Of course. One thing that I was wondering, how did you first get started with rapping?
I guess technically, like, the real inspiration probably, I never really like thought about like the day of, but one of definitely like my main inspirations behind rapping probably would be my cousin Derek, who passed away about 3-4 years ago. So rest in peace to him. But like he was rapping, and him and his sister, like, they had like this little thing going, and I wanted to be like them. You know, they're all older than me, so like I was probably been rapping since like the 4th, 5th grade or something like that. I always just been like into like creative stuff. Like I used to write comics and short stories and all this type of stuff. So like even my short stories had like raps in them, but they weren't like proper raps in the sense. They were kind of just more like poems.
Of course.
But I started like rapping over beats probably like 5th grade.
Yeah, hey, that's like 10,000 hours.
Exactly. So, you know, I mean, it was like little keyboard beats, like the little pre-auto whatever, but we, I mean, started there, and I don't know if there was like a inspiration behind it. It was kind of just like, I can do this. It was something that was creative and something I wanted to do.
Yeah. So towards, I say probably 18 or 19, I saw that you were kind of getting hot. Starting to really feel yourself, and then you thought about not going to school, maybe going to school, and what was that about?
So I mean, I guess to me, school wasn't really like a priority or nothing like that. But back to my mom, it was like, you know, number one on her list. Yeah. So it was kind of like find like the in between those two. And what ended up happening is I got to school, was doing fine, and then probably like my sophomore year, it was kind of like nothing was happening with music. Yeah. And school wasn't going bad, so I was ready to just drop out and just go back to focusing on music because nothing was moving the way I wanted it to. But thought it over. Yeah. Finished school. Ended up doing that one when I was in Athens. So we found a studio out there. You know, it was all right.
Did you ever record in the SLC, Student Learning Center?
Never recorded in the SLC. Like, always heard about it. Yeah. Thought about it, but never really explored. There was what's the part of town that this studio was in? What they call it? Normal Town?
Oh, Normal Town. Yeah. Did you go to Chase Park?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. With David Barbie in there?
Yeah, well, it was Matt Tuttle was my engineer, and he moved like back to North Carolina like probably a month after we were done with this, and I haven't heard from him since. But
are you happy that you not only graduated, but you graduated with 2 degrees? Yes. And then went on to get your master's?
I mean, it's like, when I look back at it, I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? It was kind of just like I was in like, you know, tunnel vision. Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, get it over with, go through it. Looking back, it's like, oh wow, like a lot of people don't do that, you know, at all. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely like glad to have it, glad to be done. ready to get started with music.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up. So speaking of tunnel vision, I mean, when I first met you, I mean, you were on a run, 2012, 2013. You did Cover Art Season 1, right? Dope project on YouTube. The classic single Summertime Roswell, right? A jam. The performance at Wild West AE Pie with the video Helicopter, so dope. Your performance at Masquerade, and then you did a few months before you graduated, you ended up putting We'll Rap for Food out.
Yes.
You know, talk to me about your workflow, because I mean, I remember when I was in college, like trying to do my own stuff, and just that balance wasn't working out. Talk to me about that tunnel vision, because that's just crazy to me. How hard you went in that period.
I forgot what there's a proper name for it where like you kind of just get in like the zone. My homeboy was telling me about it, but you kind of just get in that zone, and to me, it doesn't even feel like work. It's kind of just like it happened recently with like the last project I put out where like Paul, my brother, he's gonna send me like so and such beats, and he's like, we want to have it out by this date. We didn't get it out by that date, but when I started working on it, it was like boom, 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 boom. So you kind of just get in like a zone, and then like, you know, if you're blessed enough and you know you're lucky enough, things like start happening, and it doesn't even seem like, you know, you're even working for it. It's kind of just like, oh, this happened, but like it's definitely like all premeditated. Yeah. You know, in the sense that like, okay, I want to do it this way, and I want this and this to prelude it. Right. And all that stuff. So I mean, it kind of just happens.
That's what's up. And since then, you've been on a run. You got Loser, which is personally my favorite project. Okay, I love the storytelling on Loser, and just the 4-part process. It's dope. I was really feeling what you were putting down on Loser. That's tight. Roswell backwards. And then North Spring Station with the banger Got It With Me. Yeah. And then, you know, most recently your album Say Less. Yes. Talk to me about Say Less. What inspired you to make that?
Say Less was kind of just like done talking type deal. We set out, my brother and I, Parlay. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Parlay one time.
Exactly. Shout out to Parlay. And we just set out to it really just being like the two of us. Like, he's gonna make the beats. I'm gonna be rapping on them, and that's how we're gonna approach it from now. Like, because we wanted it to be like. We kind of wanted to cut out like all the outside noise. So basically, like, that was us like coming together, like, because like I told you, like, I didn't want to burn a lot of bridges, but like even like on the small scale of this music stuff, like you still get a lot of shady people, a lot of bad business and all that. I'm sure you dealt with your fair share of it too. But
just do it yourself.
Exactly. So it was a real like DIY, like, okay, we're just gonna make music, you know what I mean? And Paul was coming out with like some crazy beats, and he just started making beats like 3 years ago. Really? So he kind of just like turned up to the point where it was like, okay, like I can use these, like, let's go. So we started going off on there, and that's when I went on that little. We had a date, didn't reach that date, but when it was time to go, like boom, 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 found the perfect date. I think I dropped it on.
September, was it September?
It was December, maybe 7th. It might have been my cousin's birthday. Mm-hmm. So I dropped it on like December 7th or December something. Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's perfect. Like, dropped it like on a good little winter break type joint, and got good feedback on it. It's available on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, even have it on SoundCloud. So go listen to it on iTunes and Spotify, but SoundCloud obviously helps too. But yeah, that's kind of just how we approach Say Less. It was kind of just like just make music, and that's the approach moving forward. Yeah, saying less, doing more. So
I love your consistency and setting those deadlines and pushing good product out for the world to hear. How do you stay so consistent working your 9-to-5 job and also, you know, doing music?
Knowing that I don't want to work my 9-to-5 job is honestly like the motivation. Like, when it's probably the worst thing. Like, being at work is when I'm the most inspired to, like, I got this idea, I got that idea, I want to do this, So I'll probably spend half the day on my phone just like jotting things down and doing all, and not being productive. And I'm like, well, if this was my job, I wouldn't have to, you know, worry about not being productive. So I mean, that's really the motivation, is like, as soon as I get off the clock, like, I have an alarm set every day, 8 p.m. It tells me like, are you satisfied? Like, so it's just kind of like my alarm that just let me know that you got to do something. Like,
a little reminder.
It's a little reminder. It's what did you do, like, to like push yourself forward? It's not necessarily like, oh, you wrote 10,000 songs or anything, but it's like, did you make this call? Did you hit somebody up? You know, it's like, what are you doing? So it's a little reminder to me, and like even for me, it'll be like going to the gym or something like that. Like, did you at least go to the gym? You know what I'm saying?
Working on that personal health.
Exactly, like because that's a big part of the overall pictures, being healthy. You know, so that's that.
Hey, that's dope. That's inspiring to me.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, you get real caught up, I think, with doing it all at one time.
Exactly.
But having that reminder, like you said, just at 8 p.m. Did I just do one thing today?
Well, something.
That just gets me to that next level. Because
Exactly.
at the end of the day, consistency, which I witnessed with you, and which I have, again, just respect for, and to also see that consistency help you get better musically.
Absolutely.
From looking at your older projects to where you are now, it's dope, and I think that's pretty tight.
Appreciate that.
So, what are 3 top songs that you recommend viewers who haven't heard of Cambiyo go listen to right now? 3 songs.
I'm obviously gonna go number 1 with the latest song we put out, which is No Stress.
Yeah.
That we have a Nick May produced video coming out soon. I don't have a date for it yet, but the video should be fire when it does drop. So No Stress first. I was a big fan of July off of Loser, and that's featuring Sean Rummy. So shout out to Sean Rummy, and Paulay's on it a little bit too. No one really can hear him. And third song, I'll probably go with something recent like Make Some Shake.
Yeah.
Which the video that was directed by Jason Linder of High Diaz. So shout out to Jason, shout out to High Diaz. Go check out that video and go check out that song, and go check out No Stress, and go check out July on older projects.
Basically, go check him out everywhere.
Exactly.
And then I will say my favorite song, probably when I first met you, right around the time I first met you, was Records.
Okay.
With that Kareem Bailey sample. Just excellent. And then I saw y'all performed it the second time. I think the next year y'all performed at Wild West at AU Pod.
Okay.
And I remember y'all performed it, and I was like, yeah, that's my jam. Like, y'all just want a song.
Yeah, that was like probably like one of the first. That's like when Paul first got Pro Tools, and like one of the first songs we recorded was Records. Like you know, he found the beat online, and it was kind of just like, all right, like write something, and hey, it was low quality, but.
I mean, it's like sometimes low quality. I mean, even with some videos that I do, my mom will say, she said, it's not about the quality, it's about what you're saying, you know? And like with that song, like I enjoy the lyrics, the hook is hard, and it's a dope record. Is the dream still to sell out the Verizon Wireless Amphitheater?
I think that's definitely one of my dreams. I won't go too much into detail. I have like a real big thought out process of like what I want to do when I can reach those levels and reach that type of audience, but. That's definitely like a dream of mine, just to go back to the home Tri-City type area and just
do it for Roswell.
Exactly. So
that's just it.
Have the whole city come out.
This is an interview show. That's fresh. You're my first guest, but just because you're my first guest doesn't mean I'm not gonna ask you.
Okay.
For a freestyle. You got something?
Y'all have the Sacrifices beat.
Oh, Paul, do you have it?
I do.
Okay, I do. All right. At Yo So Crucial, Instagram, Twitter, Cambiyo.com. Let's go. I used to have holes in my Nikes. Now I got holes in the plots that I write. The boy be plotting at night. Next trying to rhyme, so online I'm flying. Truth be told, I stopped trying to have down past 299. Nowadays I'm just catching the vibe. Felt like it wasn't worth my time. Don't listen to rhymes, I'd rather move like a mime and give you all of mine. You feel me? Rhetorical. I'm the one, the oracle. Plus I got more to do. Think a verse be a verse, plus I'm bored with you. Plus I'm borderline immature like Marcus Houston. We got a problem. Folks graduating, taking care of their mamas. Burning the plums in front of the building because they's are honest. Still speaking Ebonics. Ended ironic. The payments of convicts became iconic. Gave us the rings, they expected us upon it. Collecting things like Knuckles and Sonic. Then jumped on their head like Dr. Robotnik. A pot on Tasha. Just do what you did. Me and the money, congruent you did. You're so snapping like you was a twig. From the ones locked down that's doing the bid. Because I used to move Knicks. Talking Knicks like Rance.
Uh-oh.
Now I want to be a rapper. Talking rapper like Chance. Talking rapper like Saran. Talking rapper Taliban. Flow hot, need a fan. Talking hot like Tan. Talking hot motherland. Talking hot frying pan. Talking hot like damn. New Kendrick on the way. Go get it on the lay.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, you know what you gotta do. You gotta press it one time.
Hey, it was easy.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you,
Yes. That was tight.